Hello, we're going to go through two gouache naval boats. Gouache is watercolour, it's thickened watercolour, it dries quickly, easy for an artist to paint. It doesn't discolour, doesn't fade. It holds a vivid, bright colour, for example, white, heightened white. It will hold turquoises and yellows. And in Naples, you'll find a mountain of gouaches. You will find China Station, English colonial Hong Kong, China, Eastern gouaches of a very similar nature, showing junks and ships with a similar, with a dissimilar rigging. They have different types of sail. You'll find them over there, lots of them, very underpriced. You'll find American gouaches, you'll find French gouaches, German gouaches, all sorts of different countries have them. These are a Maltese connection. We have a picture business in Malta, we have a picture business in England. These are in England, they're going to go to Malta. So this one here is rather like a G Desposito, but it's not signed, so it's not probably by him, because he usually does manage to sign them. What we have is a Vesuvius, Twin Peak Vesuvius in eruption, Bay of Naples, an old Naples. We have what looks like a pleasure boat, but it actually is not a pleasure boat because it has a White Ensign, a white burgee, so that is a naval boat. It has fantastic rigging, very well painted, and overall the picture, which is on paper, is in good condition. The glass has some flecks, bubbles, which is nice. This frame is an 1890s frame, and this is going to be painted within 10 years of 1895 either side. There's little doubt of that. And I would say that it's a good size, and it's bright, and it hasn't got the water damage you often get with these. It hasn't got the lines of discoloration which often comes through the cracks in the planking on the back. On this occasion, the board seems to run that way. Sometimes, well, frequently, they have planks on the back, and you get these dark strips which spoil the picture and make them useless and worthless. And water damage too. Once you have water damage in them, the whole texture changes. So I think it's a good size. It's of interest. It's an English-British boat. It's near Malta. It's Vesuvius for sure. It's Naples for sure. We have another one. This one is similar era. Within 5 or 10 years. This is signed G.D. Esposito, 1892. Small. Most of the ones he did were bigger. Not quite as big as that one, but bigger than this. We have a number of them on our website, robertmorrison.com, and some of them are signed D. Esposito without the G. Some have the G, some have the date, some don't. But they are remarkable paintings, and they usually depict the boats, the ships, the vessels in quite accurate fashion. Often they have a name on them legibly, so you can check it. Sometimes they have the name in the burgee. This one has a White Ensign, which is a naval working commissioned boat. If it had a blue flag, it wouldn't have a blue flag as a warship, but if it was a similar boat to that one with a blue flag, it means it has an association of a royal club, or it has a licence held by the Admiralty, given by the Admiralty to allow it to be shown a blue flag. If it was a red flag, it would be a privately owned boat. So just to do that again, White Ensign is naval, active commissioned. Blue Ensign is Royal Association, granted by the Admiralty permission to use the Blue Ensign with a vessel of a certain size. You can't put one on a dinghy, for example. And a Red Ensign is a common person, public person, non-military, with a registered boat in England, or perhaps a member of a registered club. So you have those clues. This has got a stormy side and a sunnier side, and you find in marine paintings they often use this to show moving clouds. The idea here is the wind's going that way, the favourable weather is blowing away the unfavourable weather. You see that quite a lot. Lovely, lovely, lovely sea, seagulls, fantastic detail. This is a recent frame. I would say the frame is 1990, something like that. The thing about this picture is it is HMS MELITA. MELITA is a form of word for Malta. It's a historical term used to describe Malta. So you have HMS Malta, you have HMS MELITA. This boat was made in Grand Harbour it was the first ironclad boat made in Malta, made in Dock 5. I think it might have been another one made 8 years after HMS Warrior, which is still commissioned actually in Portsmouth. You can go and look around it. This is smaller than Warrior, but it's the same sort of thing. Ironclad. You have an ironclad boat made in the dockyards in British era Malta, made by the Maltese shipyards, Maltese-British shipyards. So it's a steamboat, there's steam and sails. Shortly after this, they don't bother with the sails, they just rely on the coal. So fantastic picture of HMS MELITA, and this is a better depiction than any I've found on the internet, even on Wikipedia. It's a more crisp picture. So I think this is a very important picture for Malta. This is going to go to Malta. So that's these two here. I think that they're very undervalued, these gouaches of naval boats. You could say they're boring, you could say they're academic, but I think that apart from the fact you can nail them to Malta, you can nail them to a Maltese artist in that case, Maltese Italian artist. They're actually attractive things to look at. They're colourful, and I like them very much. And it's the sort of thing you could have hung in sets. You don't need to have one of them. You could have a dozen of them or 6 of them. I think they're good things to have, and at the moment, not a lot of people are chasing them. Thanks a lot.